There's a warning this evening to the 4,500 people who arrived in Jamaica between March 18 to 23. You won't be able to leave the country unless you receive clearance from the authorities. The development comes as such persons continue to defy these self-quarantine orders and to turn themselves in for questioning. In addition, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has responded to residents defying the curfew order. More from Dwayne Anderson.
The authorities are still searching for 4,500 persons who came to Jamaica between March 18 and 23. These persons arrived from high-risk COVID-19 countries and are needed for screening. But many of them continue to hide and are now in breach of the law. On Friday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness explained some of the new measures in place to deal with them.
The police, along with the Ministry of Health, will be going door to door. In fact, they have already started since last week to find such persons. Now, there are those who might say, well, they can't find me because I gave a wrong address. They can't find me because even though I gave the right address, that's not where I am. Granted, we may not be able to find you, but you will not be able to leave the island. And we will tighten our dragnet to find you.
In the meantime, scenes like these have become commonplace over the last 3 nights of the island-wide curfew. Some residents, especially from some inner-city communities in the corporate area, have been barefaced in their defiance of the curfew order. It's even spilled over onto social media, and Mr. Holness says he has taken note.
And for those who would want to violate, for those who would want to show hubris that they can flout the law, the state of Jamaica is going to show with deliberateness that we can enforce our laws.
And speaking of laws and those who live for lawlessness, namely robbers and murderers, Mr. Holness said the security forces are still on the hunt for them, despite the added burden of the curfew operations.
I don't want the criminals to believe that we have forgotten about them. The truth is that we are still monitoring criminal activity very closely. And having to take on the administration and enforcement of these stay-at-home orders, it does stretch the resources of the police, which is why we have to be very careful how we put these orders in place. But I'm not giving any warning to any criminal, but I'm going to be very clear that we are still targeting the criminals, we are still conducting the necessary operations, and we are still interdicting and arresting criminals during this period of time.
Dwayne Anderson, TVJ News.